the truth behind the days of the week. The world renamed the days, but the Creator never changed them. Welcome to the Feast of the Torah. Peace and blessings to you. What if I told you the days you live by, Monday to Sunday, have ancient pagan origins? Every second, every minute, every day you live by a calendar you never created. But what if I told you that the days you call Monday through Sunday have ancient pagan roots and were not named with those names by Yahweh, but by men worshipping the sun, moon, and idols? And what if I also told you the Creator's original names were never lost, just ignored? Let's uncover what history has hidden in plain sight. The modern days of the week are tied to ancient Roman and Norse gods, reflecting the worship of the sun, moon, planets, and mythical figures. When did man name the days of the week? Fair use. Fair use. The days of the week were originally named after Roman gods and goddesses. When the Anglo-Saxons began utilizing the same calendar, they assigned their gods to the days of the week. The names that we use today are based on those Anglo-Saxon deities. The only exception is Saturday, which is still named after the Roman god Saturn. The ancient Babylonians named the days of the week. The 28-day lunar cycle was broken into 4 weeks, each consisting of 7 days. The days of the week were named after the celestial bodies the Babylonians observed: the sun, the moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, and Jupiter. Historical names of the days. Day origin: Sunday, Sun's Day, worship of the sun god. Monday, Moon's Day, moon goddess. Tuesday, Tao's Day, Norse god of war. Wednesday, Woden's Day, Odin, Norse deity. Thursday, Thor's Day, god of thunder. Friday, Frigg's Day, Norse love goddess. Saturday, Saturn's Day, Roman god of time. Let's break down the day's origin. Sunday, named after the sun, Sol in Latin, the celestial body that rules the first day. Monday, named after the moon, Luna in Latin. Tuesday, linked to the Norse god Tyr, or the Roman god Mars, associated with war. Wednesday, named after the Norse god Odin, Woden in Old English, the supreme god in Norse mythology, says Emma Wilkin in her blog. Thursday, named after the Norse god Thor, the god of thunder and lightning. Friday, named after the Norse goddess Frigg, wife of Odin. The only exception is Saturday, which is still named after the Roman god Saturn. Now let's look at the difference in the Hebrew names of the days. Hebrew names of the days. Hebrew day name meaning transliteration: Yom Rishon, first day; Yom Sheni, second day; Yom Shlishi, third day; Yom Revi, fourth day; Yom Chamishi, fifth day; Yom Shishi, sixth day; Shabbat, Sabbath, rest. The names of the days of the week have roots in ancient astronomical observations and later Germanic and Roman mythology. The 7-day week, with its associated names, originated in Mesopotamia and was later adopted by the Romans. The Romans named the days after the sun, moon, and 5 planets visible to the naked eye, which they associated with their gods. These names then influenced the names of the days in English and other languages. Here's a more detailed breakdown. 1. Mesopotamian origins. The 7-day week, a system based on astronomical observations and the belief that there were 7 celestial bodies, sun, moon, and the 5 visible planets, originated in Mesopotamia, particularly among the Babylonians. These celestial bodies were associated with deities, and each day of the week was named after one of them. 2. Roman adoption and influence. The Romans adopted the 7-day week and its associated planetary names from the Mesopotamians. Each day, they associated with a Roman god corresponding to the respective planet. For example, Monday was named after the moon, Luna; Tuesday after Mars; Wednesday after Mercury; Thursday after Jupiter; Friday after Venus; and Saturday after Saturn. 3. Germanic influence and English names. Some Roman names were retained as Germanic languages evolved, while others were adapted to reflect their deities. For instance, Tuesday in English, Tidew's Day, is derived from the Anglo-Saxon god Tvi, also known as Tyr, the Norse god of war, and Wednesday is named after the Anglo-Saxon god Woden, also known as Odin, the chief Norse god. Thursday comes from Thor, the Norse god of thunder, and Friday is derived from Frigg, the Norse goddess of love, marriage, and childbirth. Saturday is a distinct case, often linked to the Sabbath and the Roman god Saturn. The order of the days. The order of the days of the week is not based on the planet's natural order in the sky, but rather on their association with the astrological hour of the day. For example, Tuesday follows Monday not because of the planet's position, but because of the order in which the astrological hour of the day was associated with the gods. The Germanic people adapted the Roman system by identifying Roman gods with their deities. Sunday comes from Old English Sunendag, derived from a Germanic interpretation of the Latin dies solis, sun's day. Germanic and Norse mythology personify the sun as a goddess named Suna or Sol. Hebrew weekdays. Except for the Sabbath day, the individual days of the week have no names, just numbers. The middle column in the table below gives the actual transliterated pronunciation of the names. Yom is pronounced Yome. The kahach is a guttural sound often called chiach. There is no chat sound in Hebrew as in English. Modern Hebrew, however, can create a chak sound by putting an accent mark, apostrophe, in front of the Hebrew letter ket or chet. This is used only in rare cases to properly pronounce such words or names as Church or Churchill, referring to the person Winston Churchill. Why did Yah name only the seventh day, and what is the significance of the seventh day? Let us read Isaiah 58:13-14 on keeping the Sabbath. If you turn back your foot from unnecessary travel on the Sabbath, from doing your pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a spiritual delight and the holy day of Yahweh, honorable, and honor it, not going your way, or engaging in your pleasure, or speaking your own idle words. Verse 14. Then you will take pleasure in Yah, and I will make you ride on the high places of the earth, and I will feed you with the promised heritage of Jacob your father, for the mouth of the Yah has spoken. Isaiah 58:13-14 promises blessings for those who honor the Sabbath by refraining from their desires and pursuing Yahweh's will on that day. By keeping the Sabbath holy, not pursuing personal interests and honoring Yah, believers will experience joy in the Most High and receive blessings like being ride on the high hills of the earth and inheriting Jacob's heritage. Sunday is not the Sabbath day. Why this matters? The spiritual and prophetic significance. Identity and alignment. Using the Hebrew system helps us align with Yah's calendar, not man's. Biblical obedience. Exodus 28 says, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy." But how can we keep the Sabbath day holy if we don't even know when it is? Why did Exodus 28 say to remember the seventh day? Yah knew that we would forget, and it is the only day he said to remember. He saw into the future and knew that the pagans would change the day he instructed us to keep holy as the Sabbath. Pagan influence. Knowing the history helps us escape subconscious idolatry, unknowingly referencing false gods. That is why it is essential to look back into your history, especially if you're the people in the Torah. Restoration of truth. Zephaniah 3:9 speaks of restoring a pure language to the people. Understanding Hebrew is part of that restoration. Why is this important? Because names carry identity and authority. Yah's days reflect his order. Man's days reflect rebellion, confusion, and idolatry. Look at the chaos in the world today, and that includes the pulpit. The world gave new names to what the Most High Yah simply numbered, but his order still stands. Will you walk by man's calendar or return to his? If we follow man's calendar, we miss Yah's rhythm. The Hebrew days are not just language, they are alignment, a return to truth, a call to remember who set time in motion. In the Bible, Yah didn't name the days, he numbered them. The Hebrew names reflect creation itself. No idols, no mythology, just order. The world gave the days new names. But the Creator never changed his. Will you live by man's calendar, or will you return to Yahweh original? Closing, the world told us it was Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But the Creator simply said, the first day, the second, the third. What was once simple became distorted. What was once pure became polluted. And now, we live in a world where idols are honored in time itself, without even people realizing it. But Yahweh's order was never lost. His rhythm, his calendar, and his appointed times still stand, waiting for us, his people, to wake up and remember them, including his holy days. But that is a different lesson on his holy days. If you hit the notification bell, you will be notified when that lesson is ready. The seventh day Shabbat was never renamed. It was set apart, holy, blessed, eternal. To reclaim the days is to reclaim your identity. To return to his time is to return to him. So ask yourself, whose time are you living by? Man's time and their distorted calendar, or the Most High's original calendar? Now is the time to return. Please like and share this video so others may learn the truth about our Creator's original calendar, and subscribe to the channel until the next lesson. Peace and blessings to you and your household. Shalom.